My name is Diogenes Ballester. I came to New York in 1981. I worked at the Robert Blackburn workshop. It was founded in 1949. And the American workshop of Robert Blackburn was an interesting workshop for me because I got a lot of connection with a lot of artists from Latin America, the Caribbean, and all around the world. When I came to New York, then working at the workshop and working with the artists here in the Barrio, my work transformed, went to another level. And while working here, then I decided to go to Madison, Wisconsin, and over there I did my master in fine arts, and the work started evolving. And when I came back to New York, I went to Albany to teach there, and I decided that wasn't a complete project. I come back to New York City. I got involved. I came back to the Barrio in 1987. I started working in the Barrio, and I started feeling the experience of the Puerto Rican people in the Barrio, and I started associating that experience with the whole issue of totemism. As we know, totemism, or at least in the way I see it, is that all these ancient ancestral cultures, and somehow they create a symbology. It's kind of symbolism and also cultural codes that encompass the knowledge and wisdom of that culture, probably sometimes as a message for us, as a message for that particular era. But I look at that process, how creating this codification of that symbolism of the Puerto Rican experience by living in the Barrio of New York, and then say, well, I want to try this idea of a totemism, make a drawing with totemism. And I realized that the drawing itself, it cannot be like a totem of the North American Native Indians around in the West, or like in Australia, other places, because our culture, because we are a colony and we are not yet identified as nation. We know we are a nation. We know we have a rich culture. We know that, but we still a colony. So when I did this drawing, this Prismacolor drawing, I was going through that process of thinking who we are, what we stand for, and all these issues that I found interesting. So that's why you see an abstracted image, an undefined image, enclaustrated, because you want to be free. But the idea of making free among those political and economical structures of our colony would be a difficult situation for us. Or like us, Puerto Rico as a colony and many other colonies around the world. But the Puerto Rico colony is probably one of the oldest colony in the Western Hemisphere. And I see this museum as part of that struggle, of that experience. In terms of the techniques that I use in the drawing, I would say that I dissolve the Prismacolor with the turpentine on paper that is kind of French paper, PFK reed, French paper that is used for printmaking. And I try to treat it like a printmaking process. And then after I work with different colors over the surface and created the atmosphere that I want, I start working with the black color over and then enrich the surface with content addition of layers pencil layers. So we can see the smoosh, the heavy line drawing, the translucent effect of the work. And that's just a drawing. I use the color. The yellow color is what is considered by ancient culture connected to the earth energy. The earth energy, which in Sanskrit they call it privi color, and that's the color is. The yellow color is the color of realization. So when I look in this undefined cultural, undefined ideas about getting country free I'm looking at the realization of that by using that kind of yellow background. See, we're using the idea of spiritualism coming from the Vedas, or from the Tantric, that they use the emotion yellow. Yellow is a particular vibration of frequency. When we study color analysis of light, we have a particular frequency. And some yellow have that particular frequency that I want in that drawing. It wasn't just a pure decoration. It was a meaningful effect. And I'm glad that you saw that too.